Hi, who is with me? Hi, people. How many people do we have online? If you're online, say hi. Tell me where you're watching from. We are live. Hi, hi, hi. How many people do we have online? So if you're online, let's know where you're watching from. Tell us your name and where you... Okay. So how many people do we have online? Let's see. Okay, so hi. Today class is going to be very short. So if you're online, quickly tell me where you're watching from, your name, and today class is going to be very short and extremely impactful. So if you're online, tell me your name and let's know where you're watching from. So where are we watching from? I want this class to be as short as possible and extremely impactful. So what is your name and where are you watching from? Are you watching from oh my god, I have such an amazing global audience. Don't mind my face, I just woke up from sleep. Okay, I woke up from sleep and looking very somehow, I don't know, but then yeah, class have to go on. So where are you watching from? Which part of Nigeria? And if you're watching outside, where are you watching from? Okay, so this is 13 minutes past 5. We are just going to dive right into it. Please, if you're coming in, make sure to drop your name, drop your location where you're watching from, so that when we're giving examples, we can give relevant example. And for those that will be watching the replay of this video, feel free to drop your question any day, anytime. As soon as I come online, I'll be very glad to answer your question. So without further ado, I will just dive right into it. Please, can you hear me? If you can hear me, indicate on the comment section. Okay, so my name is Deborah Omada Apochi, the CEO of Shield of Women Limited. We are into the exportation of some of the finest spices from Nigeria: ginger, garlic, red eye pepper, turmeric. Okay, so today I decide to bring my knowledge, my expertise to the class. Okay, because most of the time, the question I get all the time is, how do we know the product to export? How do we know the product to export? Deborah, which product do I export? Which product have the highest potential? Which one will give me more money? I want to hammer. I want to blow. Will this product be profitable? And all that plenty bosa. Okay, so today I decide to pick that singular topic. How do you know the produce or product to export to the international market? So without further ado, I'm not going to be showing you my beautiful babyish face. Don't mind this face. So this face you are seeing is I have 4 amazing grown-up children. Okay, so I'm going to be taking my beautiful face off the camera so that I'll quickly dive into the practical way of researching how you can produce or products that you can use in getting into the international market, irrespective of the country that you're watching from, be it Ghana, be it California, anywhere. Okay, so without further ado, I will just jump right into it. Okay, so let me share my screen with you. The first place you'll be going to the Intracan website by the International Trade Center. Okay, so here is our website. So when you go to Google, be sure to type Intracen. I'll drop the link on the comment section, but it's Intracen, like this: I for iron, N for Nelly, T for table, International Trade Center, https:// intracen.org by the ITC. Is an ITC website. So what you do is you go straight to the export potential map. Can you see this? What we have here is export potential map. This is what you need. Okay, you click on the export potential map, and A dialog box will appear. Okay, just exit. Okay, this is what you want to use, and this is what I'll be teaching you. This class is not going to last you more than 10 minutes, I promise you. Okay, so this is what you need. Where you or country, you pick the country where you want to export from. If it's been Benin Republic, in this case we'll be putting Nigeria. Okay, so you type Nigeria and you see it will appear here. You click on Nigeria and they're telling you that the untapped export potential from Nigeria is $2.3 billion. That's a lot of money. Man, that money go full container, 40-foot container for dollars. That's a lot of money. With this kind of money, I cannot afford to jackpot. If I catch myself, say I jackpot, I will jackpot back. Okay, so $2.3 billion export potential. Okay, and they're telling us that, do you want to explore products or you want to explore markets? So if you put explore markets, it will tell you the countries that are buying from Nigeria, the country where they rush us. Now then they rush us. They'll tell you the countries that are buying from Nigeria. The bigger the cycle, the bigger the market. Okay, so we have Vietnam, which have the gigantic cycle here. We have China, which have the Ogodigbo cycle here. We have the Netherlands, which have another big cycle. So these are some of the countries you want to put it in a way that you understand it properly. I usually put it in analysis report so that it will analyze it for me, and the network is telling me it's not forthcoming. But basically, these are the market that are buying from Nigeria. So the bigger the cycle, the bigger the market. Okay, but this is not what we are doing today. What we are doing today, we want to know the export. We want to know the product that you should consider if you want to export from your country. Okay, and I say when you get here, the spot opportunity for Nigeria, because we put Nigeria. So depend on your country, you just choose your country. So this is for Nigeria, and this is the export potential from Nigeria, $2.3 billion on tap. People they tap for me, you know what on tap mean? On tap means it has not been touched. Okay, so now we want to explore the product. Which are some of these products that we can export, that really have export potential, that people are rushing us? Okay, when you click on it, you see it. The bigger the Q box, the bigger the potentials. So we have the cocoa beans, we have the cashew nut. The cocoa beans is having 75%, the cashew nut is having 37%, the sesame seed is having 48%, the urea is having 65%, gold and the rest is having 69%, and you have a whole lot of things in this box. You have ginger, where I play most. Okay, so for you to really understand, you may want to come to the description and you read. They say the product with the highest export potential from Nigeria to the world are cocoa beans, cashew nuts, in shell, sesame seed. So depend on your country, you just put the country there and the information comes out. This is a verified information. This is world record. This is standardized information. You don't use Google for this kind of thing. This is my tips for you. This is part of what I charge $399 in my course, but I'm bringing it because I love you and because I want you to succeed. Okay, so basically what I do is I analyze the report so that it's easier for me. When I click on analyze report, it comes like this. It's telling you from number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. It's telling you the products with the highest export potential. So on our list here, the first product with the highest export potential is cocoa bean. The second product with the highest export potential is cashew nut. The third product with the highest export potential is sesame seed. The fourth product is third produce is sesame seed. The fourth is urea. So basically, this is how you somebody say it's not showing. Just quickly, let me go to the chat box. Somebody is saying, okay, so basically this is how you know the kind of product or produce you should be exporting. I always use produce and products. Somebody may want to ask, what's the difference between produce and product? Produce are raw product. raw agro product that you just put on the container. So for example, you export cocoa beans, is produce. You export cashew nut, is produce. You export sesame seed, is produce. But for those of you that are into manufacturing, that just pick any product and start developing it, you don't do that. You go to the product with the highest export potential and you begin to develop. You go to the produce with the highest export potentials and you begin to develop your product from there. For example, cocoa bean, you start thinking of how to do beverages, cocoa powder, cocoa chocolate, and all that. Okay, you go to cashew nut, you start thinking of how to do cashew kernel, sweetened cashew kernel, spicy cashew kernel, and all that. You go to sesame seed, you start thinking about sesame oil and all that. So for example, you're in Nigeria, you don't just want to start producing olive oil. It is not your strength. You don't have a comparative advantage. So basically, this is a simple way to choose your produce and your product. And I say produce are the raw product like the cocoa bean and the cashew nut and the sesame seed. Why product is what you make out of it. So I hope I have done justice in a very simple way on how you can actually pick your produce or products and export to the international market, irrespective of the country where you are coming from, whether it's Ghana, whether it's Zimbabwe, whether it's Senegal, whether it's Sierra Leone, whether it's Canada, whether it's US. All you need to do is just to put your country. So if you just for recap, in case you don't understand, I said the first thing you do, you go to the you browse Intrasend. Okay. And when you browse Intrasend, you see the ITC website. Just click on the export potential map. Okay, this is the export potential map. Okay, a dialog box will appear. Just exit. You don't need it. Then you go straight to where you see spot export opportunity. You type your country. If you are from Zimbabwe, please put Zimbabwe. If you are from Canada, put Canada. If you are from Kenya, put Kenya. If you are from Cameroon, put Cameroon. In this case, I'm putting Nigeria because I'm trying to look at the export potential from Nigeria. And when I click Nigeria, it tells me that the untapped export potential, the money we will know what touch, we just the waste. And the money where I feel just put for container, where it will make me blow, is 2.3 billion naira and $2.3 billion. Why I want jackpot youth? If I make on the jackpot, I dey here, I go dey clean cobwebs, they sweep street, I dey here, they keep the house clean for now. In a jackpot. Me, if I catch myself, say I jack my inside dream, I will jackpot back. Okay, so these are the export potential. So you want to explore the market. But in today's class, we are exploring the product. And when you put the product, it will tell you the ones with the highest export potential. When it's like this, I don't usually understand this clearly. So I press on Analyze Report, and it gives me the number 1 that have the highest, the number 2 that have the highest, number 3. So you have 1, 2, 3. So for those of you that want to explore raw material, you choose from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like that. In my own case, I'm doing ginger. Okay, so you may have products that have to do with shrimps. You may have products that have to do with cashew nuts. So you pick from that 1 to 20. I usually recommend 1 to 10 is better so that you have the strongest exportable product. Okay. So for those of you that want to manufacture inside all these products, start thinking of how to add value and make it extraordinary. I always tell my student, I say, what makes you extraordinary is not like a dream or a vision or something far from this world. Extraordinary means you pick the ordinary things and you add, you pick the ordinary thing and you add extra. So when you add extra into the ordinary, makes it extraordinary. So for example, we have ordinary ginger. In Nigeria, I have added extra, so it becomes extraordinary. And somebody said Debbie is doing an extraordinary thing. So when you hear people doing extraordinary things, it's not as if it's one vision. They just add extra. So you may add extra to cocoa bean, to make cocoa powder, to make beverages, to make chocolate, and it becomes extraordinary. You may add ordinary to cashew nuts. Instead of exporting raw cashew nuts, you start putting spices. Maybe you have some extraordinary. In that case, we say Grace is doing an extraordinary product. Okay, so thank you so much for spending this evening with me. Okay, we have an export class coming on where we'll be teaching how to export industrial products. purely industrial. This is strictly business where you can predict how much you'll be making in a month. Okay, this is not selling in piecemeal, selling on Amazon, selling one. This is selling in containers to companies that needed your product the most. For example, imagine Dunlop company without you. Imagine those doing beverages without cocoa from Nigeria, Ghana, and the rest of the world. Okay, so we'll be teaching you how to export industrial product to companies that needed it the most. Okay, so our class is starting very soon, and if you want to know more about this class, please leave your comment on the comment section. We have come to the end of this class, and thank you so much for spending this amazing evening with me. If you have any question, let's quickly see if we have some question, and I'll quickly take it. I don't know. Hi everyone, my name is Adija. I'm a new subscriber watching from Lagos. Thank you so much, Kafar. Did I pronounce it with signature? Thank you so much. I don't know what is showing on my screen. Let me quickly go to YouTube and interact with you all so that I can take your question from there. I'm just sharing my screen. Okay, so we have some chat already. Okay, so this is our live class, and these are some of the comments. Okay. So this is our live class, and these are some of the comments. Okay. So this is our live class, and these are some of the comments. Okay. So this is our live class. So I can't see any question. Do we have any question? Ahmed, thank you for coming online. Is it Ozioma or Ozioma? Did I pronounce it well? Greeting from Canada, Ozioma. It's nice having you online. Okay, so Ozioma, Ahmed, Signature, Omolola. Are we good with the explanation? When is the export class coming up, please? We are going to discuss it in the group because the export class for industrial export, we have a lot of Nigerians in the diaspora. We have some from California, we have UK, we have US, so we need to work out the time that will be okay for them. And this is a very good class where people network. For those people that are in the US, they have the network, but they don't have the product that are in Nigeria. For those people that are in Nigeria, they have the products, but they don't have the network that does in the US. I'm just so happy with the kind of people I'm able to, God is using me to pull together. Okay, so the WhatsApp group, we are going to discuss when will be convenient, because the class is going to be an online class. You take it at your pace. Okay, it's not that kind of class you force everybody. The time is different now. You take it at your pace. Then every weekend you have your mentor. We come and discuss seriously. And like I said in my class, you will work. Okay, because we'll give you real contact. You will go there to buy the product, either you or your representative, so that you know the quality spec, so that you have a real business in Nigeria before thinking of exporting. Having real business means you're already selling the ginger to companies within Nigeria. You know the quality specification. You know what will make them to reject you. After you have steadify yourself in Nigeria, then we can now start showing you how to get international market, just the way I just show you the simple trick of how to get your product. That is how we show you how to get your customer, and you go and grab your customer. Okay, so Signature is asking, please, I wish to add your WhatsApp group. We'll join the general WhatsApp group, not the main WhatsApp group. The main WhatsApp group for our course is for networking and for the course. Okay, but the general WhatsApp group is where we put our information and for free classes and opportunities. So I will share the general WhatsApp group on the comment section. Okay, but for those of you that are interested in taking the master class, just to say that the master class is not for everybody. It's not mini exportation. It is not exporting to Nigerian in diaspora or exporting to Nigerian market food stuff, or it's not. This is for the big boys and the big girls. These are people that really want a steady flow of income. For example, you want to be supplying companies in the US that are into production. So annually, they'll give you the quantity of what they want. For example, you want to supply to download company, you want to supply rubber to download company. They tells you what they want every year. So every month you know what you are supplying and you know the profit you are making. You can project your profit margin. Okay, so this is the class we are doing. It's strictly for industrial exports. So if you have the money, because money is involved, minimum you should be thinking of having at least minimum of 20 million. If you don't have it, you can bring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. That is industrial export. Because I will not lie to you. You cannot say you want to export to industry and you are exporting 1 cup of sesame oil. Okay, it comes in volume. So most of this industry, the minimum they take from you is like 1 container load. Okay, so this is the class we are doing. The next class is going to be how you can start with very little money and start export-oriented business. That one is, you don't need huge capital. So you see there are 2 grades of people. So what we'll do first is we'll first share the WhatsApp link for the general platform. When you see the one that appealed to you, you join. Okay, so for those of you that want to join the industrial export, you can reach me. Just send me a comment. Just send your inquiry on the comment section. And after this class, I'll be able to take your question. So do we have more questions? How long is the class is going to be? Omolola, like I said, it is not a one-off class. It is videos, okay? It is an online class that you take at your pace. So it may take you 2 weeks. It may take another person 3 months. But basically what we do is you take it at your pace. Then every weekend, we come to mentor you. That is the most important thing. We come to mentor you, to check what you have done, how you have done it, where you need correction, where you need contacts, where you need phone number, and when you need maybe templates that you can use. Okay, but basically this industrial export, we help you connect you to market within Nigeria. You start supplying already and start making money within Nigeria, and you network within those people that are in that WhatsApp group. Okay, you can imagine those kind of people. You know, it's not big people. Okay, you network. Maybe you and somebody in Canada will already start the business, and because you're in Nigeria, you become the CEO and you're monitoring the business. You're already making money. When your leg is strong enough, then you now start looking for international market, and we still continue with you till you are able to make your first exports. That is our promise, until you're able to make your first export. So that is why we don't take plenty people, so that we can keep our eyes on the goal, because to us, the success story is more. Okay, so we just opened the class for payment. For people that, for the first 20 people that we're paying, we are giving just slash 50% discount. The cost is huge. The price is huge. The price is $399. So I don't even close my mouth with that. It is $399. The normal class we take, the normal price we take this class. But for the first 20 people, we are giving them 50% slash discount, and we are not taking more than 20 people. Okay, so that we can mentor one-on-one. We have so many coaches in that class. So we have those that are taking those that are doing cocoa, those that are doing sesame seed. I take those that are doing spices and ginger. Okay, so basically that is what the class is all about. Thank you. Do we have more questions, Omolola? Was I able to answer your question? Signature. I can't pronounce your other name, so I don't want to murder the name. That's why I'm just calling Signature. Hope it's okay. Please, I wish to be added to your WhatsApp group. Yes, I'll send the general link for the general WhatsApp group. How much is the class, please? Like I said, $399. That is our fixed price. But for this time around, we are doing like a Christmas bonanza. We want to get so many people prepared for 2023. So we are giving 50% discount for the first 20 people. Okay, what is the export class coming up? I think I've answered most of this question. Izioma, do you have more question? Ozioma. I think we've answered all the questions, and this is 5:37. Like I said, I don't want this class to be more than 30 minutes. Thank you so much for coming online. Thank you so much for spending this evening with me. Let's keep this conversation going. If you have more questions, please leave your question on the comment section. For those of you that will be watching the replay of this video, if you have any question, feel free to leave your comment on the comment section. I will drop the WhatsApp group we'll drop the WhatsApp group link and the link to the Intrasend so that you can actually research on your own how to choose a fantastic product for export. I hope I've done justice to this. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, now waiting you again. Okay, so subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification button so that once we have a class, you'll be the first to know. Thank you. And I watch many of your video and I'm quite intrigued. I want mentorship on mini export to begin, ma. Okay, signature mini exportation. We brought Adora to this group. I don't do mini exportation. Mini exportation, in fact, let me put it clear. Most of the mini exportation, it is smuggling. It is not exportation. So let me be clear. Most of the mini exportation, it is smuggling. It is not exportation, because you cannot say you're exporting when you are not registered with the Nigeria Export and Promotion Council. You cannot say you're exporting where there is no record about you. So you are just sneaking the goods and that's it. Okay, and this is the disadvantage. You cannot get anything from the Nigeria Export and Promotion Council. So oftentimes, Nigeria Export and Promotion Council give export grants. So let me break it down today. For every export you do legally from Nigeria, you get a percentage as a rebate for what you have done. So let's say at the end of this year, you're able to do 10 million naira export. There's a percentage that you collect back. The Nigerian government will give you and tell you, thank you. You worthy servant, thank you, you worthy citizen, for a job well done. Okay, so they give you part of the money, more like to thank you that you are doing an amazing thing. You are recognized, and anytime that they have grants, they make sure that they include you in the grant. I've benefited millions of naira from the grant because, like I said, I started this business without money. So I've been trading with so many people's money. So when they gave grant, I got 4 million naira grant from the Nigeria Export and Promotion Council. So when you are doing mini exportation, you don't have record, it's not exportation, it's smuggling. Okay, you cannot benefit all this. So my people say, if you want chop fish, eat big fish, eat big ogbono. Okay, do formal exports. If you cannot do industrial export, my best advice, export-oriented business. For you start product that in the next 2 years, 3 years, when you are growing, you can now start exporting. So you can start processing cashew nuts, okay, spice cashew nut, and be selling on ShopRite, selling on Jumia, selling on Konga, selling on Marketplace, selling on H-Medics. Okay, as you are growing, you are making money. You now delve into international market. You can start spices with some of the local spices we have here, maybe ginger powder, turmeric powder, paprika powder, chili powder, and your brand is growing. As you are growing, the next year, next 2 years, next 3 years, you blow into the international market. You start with the small money you have. But if you have big money, just do industrial export and be cashing out every month. So let's say a company gives you 2,000 metric tons of ginger in a year, and you say, okay, this 2,000 I'll be doing, or maybe a company give you 120,000 metric tons of ginger, or let's say you are doing 10 containers and a company gave you 100 containers in a year, and you say you are doing 10 containers in a month, and you say, okay, for each of the container I'm making 4 million. 4 million times 10, that is 40 million. So you can predict your profit. Or let's say you are making 1 million in a month. 1 million times 10, that is 10 million naira. You can predict your profit. So these are people that really want business they can predict, business that they can pay school fees from, business that they can pay house rent for, business that they can buy house from, business that they can travel on vacation for. Okay, that is industrial export. But if you don't have money, Rome wasn't built in a day. Start an export-oriented company, like how I started. I started my spices from the scratch. Okay, I was selling in the local market, Jumia, Konga. If you go to Jumia, they just pull my product down. But if you check Soul Food, you see my product on Jumia. That was how I started, because I did not have the money to go into the industrial export. Okay, but if you have the money and you really need the network, like you want to have Nigerians in diaspora so that all of you will be in the same WhatsApp group and collaborate, you join the industrial export. Have I been able to answer your question? Okay, so you said okay, how do I start the real business? Signature, I've answered your question. I said it's either you do industrial exports or you start with export oriented business. Okay, which if you don't have money for the industrial exports, you can start with that one. And now the course I just advertised is for the industrial export, and that is what I've been saying since. So I don't know which one is real business. So if you have further question, please leave your comment on the comment section. I have to go, and thank you so much for spending this evening with us. And like I promised, I'm going to be dropping some link. Thank you. And for those of you that will be coming back to watch the replay, please feel free to answer your question. And please, all of you, please subscribe if you have not been subscribing. There is God. Thank you, and bye.